you did. You know, I just wanted to say that I first heard Charles Mingus's music on LP when I was in my first year of university. And I found it so exciting and so interesting because on one sense it was very artistic, and on the other sense it was very soulful. And the influences that came to the music are incredibly diverse. I studied Mingus's music, I played it, I wrote arrangements of Mingus's pieces, and then in 1984 I had a chance to go to New York and meet. Now Mingus died in 1979, so I went to New York in 1984, and I met Mingus's wife, his widow. Her name is Susan Graham Mingus, very dynamic woman. And you know, the importance of women in jazz should never be underestimated and should always be celebrated. Now, Sue Mingus, I called her from a telephone booth on the subway platform beneath the World Trade Center. And I said, "Hello, my name is Andrew Hamzy, and I'm just wondering if you have any manuscripts of Charles Mingus." She said, "Come up to my apartment and I'll show you what I have." I went up to her apartment and she opened up this trunk, looked like a pirate trunk, and it was filled with these manuscripts that were sprawled everywhere. She told me, she said, "If you find anything you like, just take them down to the photocopy shop around the corner and make copies of whatever you want." She was so generous and so trusting of a stranger who called her from the paid telephone. Anyhow, that led to an incredible relationship, and I just don't have time to tell you much about it, except Sue and I worked together on a number of projects, and which included discovering the extent of a composition that Charles wrote called Epitaph. And also I told Sue, I said, "You know, Sue, one of the reasons people don't play Charles Mingus's music is because it's very, very hard. And with other great jazz compositions or jazz songs, you only have the melody and the chords to worry about. But with Mingus's music, it includes counter melodies and harmonies and voicings and all these things." I said, for musicians to play this, they have to write it out themselves, and that takes a long time, so they'd rather do an easier song. So I said, I'd like to put together a book that would have as many Mingus pieces as we could get into it. And it was called More Than a Fake Book. And it had, yeah, it did. And we included pictures, and we included analysis and stories about the music. It was an incredible experience of working with Sue Mingus. She then put together the Mingus Dynasty, the small group, and then the Charles Mingus Big Band and the Charles Mingus Orchestra. And she was very, how can I say, passionately believing in the legacy of Charles Mingus's music. So coming from Montreal here to Nanaimo and having a chance to direct this festival and to bring the Mingus Dynasty is a very emotional and very important, just has a lot of meaning for me. And I'm so glad that you all came out to share that, because, you know, without these musicians and without this audience, we wouldn't have a festival. So enough of the talking. Let's bring back the Charles Mingus Dynasty Quintet.